Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm audible to everyone. Okay, I'm starting the session. Most of the people have joined, except 2, 3 people. So I think today the password has been changed. Yes. Okay, so those who made the payment only will be joining. So okay, let me start the session. So yesterday we discussed about what was the topic we discussed? I'll just briefly revise. So what was the topic we discussed yesterday? Yes, yesterday we discussed that first of all, 3 types of network. Yes, LAN, WAN, MAN. So these networks are been categorized based on where the connected systems are there. So if the connected systems are at same place, we'll call that as a which network? LAN. If the connected system are at different places but in same network, then that network comes under MAN. And if the devices, connected devices are different places and in different network, and they are in different cities, more than 30 kilometer. So that comes under
One.
WAN. So in the WAN, compulsory you have to use what? Router. For the LAN, router is not required because they are in same network. So our MCSE course is based on LAN. So here, all our devices will be controlled and managed through. Yesterday I told you, in the LAN, all the devices will be controlled and managed by using what? OS. Yes. So please remember the in the LAN, all the devices will be controlled and managed by using the OS. That's why the person who is using the operating system to manage the all the users and computer in LAN, that person is called as system administrator. So a person who is managing the different network, for that he has to compulsory, or he or she has to use compulsory what? Router. So a person who is using the router to manage the network, different network, then that person designation will be network administrator. So you will be learning about the router in CCNA. In this MCSE, we are going to focus on in the LAN, what is important? Just now we discussed in the LAN, OS is important.
OS.
So in the LAN, OS will be used to control and manage all the devices and computer. So yesterday, which OS we are using for this MCSE course we discussed? So we are discussing this course, MCSE. So MCSE course is designed or based on which operating system? Windows. In Windows, again, there are 2 types of OS. What are they? Client OS and server OS. So as an administrator, you have to manage the users and computer using the OS. So which OS you have to use? Server OS. Yes. So we discussed that in server OS, different versions are there. So now we are going to work on which version? 2022. So yesterday we seen the history, how the OS has been categorized. In server OS, how it has been categorized based on which year they have released. Earlier they were using the name NT. From 2003 onwards, what they are using, in which year they are releasing the OS, that name they are giving. 2022 means that OS is released in which year? 22. So the latest one is 22. So we are going to discuss on 22. So this server OS will be used to configure servers. So in the real time, which type of servers we will be using? Hardware servers. Yes, we discussed, no? So how many types of hardware servers are there? 3 types. So the smaller companies will use which type of hardware server? And medium blade. Big companies, a large network. So what is the difference between our machines and this machine? Difference in the hardware. So in this single machine, you will have multiple processor, multiple hard disk, multiple RAM. Whereas in our normal desktop or laptop, we will have single processor, RAM, and hard disk. That is the difference. Understood? So we discussed the features. Yes. After that, now we came to the requirement. So this is the point where we stopped the yesterday session. Yes. So now we will see how to install. Now how to install the OS. So now for that, don't install the server OS directly on your physical machine, because you'll be using minimum 2 machines to do the practicals. So will you purchase 2 desktop or 2 laptops? On a single machine you have to do. How you can do? And simultaneously, if you are doing any other course, then we will be discussing the Linux. So for that, 1 more machine. So minimum how many machines you require to do this course? 3. So will you purchase 3 machines for 1 course? No. So what you have to do? I told you yesterday. I told you yesterday that only 1 machine is enough. So on that machine, I told you we have to install what? VMware. So I've given you the link. Just 1 minute, online students.
Excuse me, sir. I'm just
I,
asking. Right now I'm using Mac. So what do you think?
I'm coming to that point.
All right.
So before that, because I think I spoke to you on the WhatsApp, yes? So I
Yeah.
remember that. So
All right.
just all of you, please note down this my WhatsApp number, and anyone who has created this WhatsApp group, you just ping to me so that on the WhatsApp group, I'll share you. Just a minute, I'm getting a call, 1 minute. So this is just a second. So those who has created the WhatsApp group, you just ping to me on this my WhatsApp number. I will share you now immediately that practical step file. In that all the links are there. All the links are there along with all the practical steps. So this is the notepad file I have created so that you can do the practical quite easily. So here I have kept the multiple OS, but we will be working with 2022. See here for these people who are using the Mac, VMware will not support. So I think this is the link. You can just check it. It is working or not. I didn't check because I don't have the MacBook. Some student has given me this link. So I think you have to go to this particular link, mac.getutm.app or getfusion. This is there. Okay, I hope you have seen that link. You try that. Those who are using the.
Can you please drop it down in the chat box?
Yes, this one. Can you see?
Yeah, I mean, like, can you just write
I'm
note it down?
putting that this file in which all the links are there along with all the practical stuff from first day to last day. I'm immediately putting on the group. So that's why I'm just told to the person who created that WhatsApp group, just ping to me.
Sir, I have already messaged you, sir. Please check.
Okay. Okay. Your name is Syed.
Rashid,
Yes.
Rashid.
Okay.
My name is Rashid, sir.
Rashid.
Yep, too.
Okay. Okay. So you just know your number is starts with 94.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm putting it on the onto you. So please share it on your WhatsApp group. Okay. One or two is enough. I think multiple people are pinging to me. Just I'll put it in to one of you. You can just share it on the WhatsApp so that everybody gets. Just now I have sent it to 3 people who has pinged to me. I think Venu Gopal is one of them. Another person is Syed and Rashid. So please share it on your WhatsApp so that multiple people please don't ping to me. So in this all the links are there. So is it okay now? You can share it on the WhatsApp group so that everybody will get it. Can I proceed? Okay, you have shared it in the group. Oh. So now I'm proceeding it. So today we'll start the session with which topic? So yesterday I told you, I have given you the link. Once again, I'm repeating it. So this is the link you have to go for the people who are using any operating system except Mac. For Mac, it will not support. That is the problem. Mac require most of the genuine things. So here, you are not in the group. Okay. So, okay, I'm sending it. You are from US. No, one number I got from +1. That will be from US, no? Okay, okay, I'm sending. So those who are not in the WhatsApp, you can just ping to me, I'll share you. So did everybody received it? So that I can start with the session? No need to say thanks. It is my just part of the duty. Okay. Okay, fine. So let me continue now. So see here, first I have went to this file which I have shared with you. You people also have it no on the group, please share it. So now you can just go to this link, open your browser, paste this link. It will not ask anything. Just you go down. So here you just click on download. So it will start downloading. So once the downloading is finished, what you have to do? Go to the download folder in your physical machine. Go to the downloads, you will find there this particular application. Your recent time, date, everything will be there. Just double click, next, install. It will ask the key. So that file will also have what? Key. So instead of manually writing it, copy and paste, because in this the confusion will be 0 and O. Okay. So copy and paste it. And I'll request you keep this.
Sir,
Yes.
I can't find on the the link itself
Which one?
for the Mac. Like I'm right now, I've just typed, I note down the link, but I cannot find my like the download thing.
See, you come down, you can see below the VMware 15th version, Mac link is there.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you paste the link again in that chat box? because for license key also.
You didn't get the file?
Yeah, I have the file.
Then in that is there, no? Same thing I'm having.
Please send me again.
Sir, is it the first link, sir?
You are asking for the
For Windows.
Windows. Yes, first link. It is written no heading. Don't copy the heading.
Yeah, okay. Too easy.
Okay, so once you download is finished, you double click, next install. It will ask the key, paste the key, restart the machine. So you'll find what?
Sir, like, just I'm requesting it right now. Just can you please write it down in the chat box? Because I cannot I cannot proceed it.
See, to avoid the inconvenience, I already share it, no? Same file I have put it.
And also, sir, send me the paste the keys. MC60H. Yeah.
Okay, so once you install this and give the key, what happened? You can see one icon on your physical machine. On your physical machine, you will find what? VMware Workstation. One icon will appear once the installation is completed. So don't install directly 2022 on your physical machine. Whatever data will be there will be gone on your C drive. And don't keep your important data in the C drive. Always create multiple partition and keep always your important data in other than the C drive. So if your OS get corrupted also, or if you reinstall new OS, whatever data is there in other drive other than C drive will be safe and secure. So never keep your data on desktop or the C drive. Keep it in
Sir,
the.
yeah, I'm just asking the link that you've shared right now in the chat box. Is it like suitable for the Mac?
See, the heading is written, no, that is not for the Mac. You go down, you check. I given you just one idea. So you check in the Google, this link is working or not. The students have given me because I don't have the MacBook. The heading is there in the file.
I didn't find out in the file. That's why like I'm asking right now.
You did find?
Yeah, I didn't find the file. So can you just please share me this the heading in the chat box?
So you are all doing this like a small kids. This same file is there. No, you come down, it will be there. That is the same file I have shared with you people. Why it won't be there? And don't do the practical while session is going on. Otherwise, you will be lagging behind. You have to do the practicals once the session is completed. If you want to do the things while you are in the session, believe me, you will be lagging behind. You will not understand. So do these things after your course, after the session. You have enough time. So once the session is over, based on your location, your country, which time you find better, you do it. You will get the recording also. That is the most important benefit. You can play the recording any number of time. And I shared you also the WhatsApp number. If you get any problem, take a screenshot and send to me. So if anybody is not on the WhatsApp, this is my mail ID. You can ping to my mail ID, I'll send you. Okay, so up to this, it is clear what you have to do. First, download the VMware and install it. After that, now what you have to do, you have to go to this, this page. The first one I kept heading. So don't copy the heading, just you have to copy what? The link. Now what you have to do? Copy the link for the operating system. You have to install what? Which OS? 2022. So I have given you the link. Yesterday also I've shared it. So again, I'm putting it on the chat box also without heading. This is the link for the OS. So just you can go to this, copy this link again, this browser and paste it. So for everyday practical, you don't need internet. Just you need to download this VMware and the ISO image. And after that, all the practicals you'll be doing without any internet. So once you go to this link, you can ready-madely download what? The ISO image 2022 here. Can you see the screen, everybody? Just you have to click here, ISO download 64-bit. After downloading this, don't extract or don't compress, just download it. It will be around 4.5 GB. Okay, so where it will download once you download? In download folders of your physical machine. So what I did after downloading, I put everything in what? Some other drive. So I copied it and kept it in all the things in my D drive, so that if my OS get problem also, I'll have the everything safe. Just a moment. So what I have done here, see here, after downloading, it will be there in download folder. So I copied. So it will have some lengthy name like this. So what I did after copying into the D drive, I just selected it, right click. Then I click on the option called rename. So then I put the simple name here. What? Because some people are asking that, sir, the OS which you have downloaded, it's showing some other name, and when we are downloading, it's showing other. It will be having lengthy name. So I just rename it for my simplicity. Understood? So when I'm creating the virtual machine, I'll be giving the path of what? D drive. But you have to give where you have kept. If you have kept in downloads, you have to go to the download. Browse option will be there. Okay. So after downloading, don't compress or don't extract the ISO image. Is it clear? Everyone is clear? So you keep everything in the D drive. Okay. So is it clear to everyone what you have to do? You have to split it, but don't do now. In the classroom, you don't do it. It is better after the session you do. Okay, can I proceed?
Sir, I have installed the 17 Pro and then I have downloaded the 22. I didn't extract anything. What I have to do, sir?
That I'll show you now.
Yeah.
But don't do simultaneously with me.
Okay.
It is your choice, your wish. You will be lagging behind, I'm saying you.
Okay, okay.
Don't do the practicals with me. You will be not following the things then. So pay attention to the class. If possible, you have some paper or pen, whichever point you feel important, you write it in your own words. That will be better. With my personal experience, I'm telling you, while the session is going on, please concentrate and have some notebook or paper, whichever point you understood or you want important, you write it. It is better. Okay. Then you have the recordings. Then you do the recording after seeing the recording and your notes. And one more thing, these slides which I'm showing you, you can also access. I'm just putting the link on your if the offline people also can take a photo of this. So here I'm giving you the link. So this is the link I'm giving you for accessing the slides. You cannot download, you can just only access, remember. Okay. So now once you have installed the VMware and you have downloaded, and those who have not received the recordings, so those who have not received the recordings, I'm giving you a number. You have to contact this number. Not now. She will be in the office from 10 a.m. to 7.
Anil sir, please again share your WhatsApp number in chat.
Sir, I'm just asking right now. For now on, like we have to download only virtual, UTM, right?
Yes.
All right.
This is for the number I'm sharing you for the recording. If anybody is not receiving the recording, you can contact this number. And this is my WhatsApp number. Okay, now I'll proceed with, once you have downloaded the VMware and also downloaded the ISO image and you have installed the VMware, what you have to do next. So once these two things are ready, your VMware is installed and ISO image is downloaded. What you have to do? You have to create a virtual machine. What you have to do? Create a virtual machine using the VMware. Then install the OS. So it will be exactly same like your physical machine. So don't imagine virtual machine means it is like a virtual thing. So how you can work with the physical machine? Same way the virtual machine will work. Everything will be same. Virtualization is a concept where on a single physical machine, we can create multiple virtual machines. That is the advantage. Okay. So we required for doing this course, minimum 2 machines every day. And when we start the Linux, 3 machines. And for VPN practical, 3. So in single machine, you can do with the help of the VMware. That's why we are using VMware. Is it clear? So now I'm showing you. And once again, I'm reminding you, don't do the practical simultaneously with me. You concentrate on the session. After the session, on your comfortable time or free time, you practice it. If you get any doubt, you take a screenshot and send to my WhatsApp number. Now see here, once the VMware is installed, now I'm showing you how to create a virtual machine. How to create a virtual machine. So just double click on this VMware which you have installed. So what happens now? You can see here, I'm using the old version. On 17th version, you will get it because I will have simultaneously the batches. So the machines will be problem. So I'm continuing with that. Same thing will be there. So you see already I'm having Linux sessions and MCSE, multiple batches. So now I'm creating one new machine for this batch. So what I have to do, once I double click on the VMware, this window will come. So what you have to do? Click on which option? First option. What is the first option? Create a new virtual machine. So I'm showing you how to create a virtual machine. All of you concentrate. So double click on the VMware after installing. Just you have downloaded the VMware, it will not show. After downloading the VMware, you have to install it by giving the license key which I have given you. Okay. So icon will appear. Double click on that icon. Then this window will come. So on the first option you click, create a new virtual machine. Then this window will come. So you go with what? Typical. You go with typical. Then click on next. Then after that, here 3 options are there. By default, second option will be there. But you select which option? Third option. So here you have to select which option? Third option. Then after that, click on next. Then here you have the multiple options. So here by default, which option is selected here? Microsoft operating system. But in the version, which one is there? Windows 10. It is a server OS or client OS? Client OS. So we have to use what? Server. So in the in VMware Workstation 15, what is the highest OS? 16. But in 17, it will show you what? 2022. But here it is showing 16. So I'm selecting 16. Nothing will happen. You have to select what? 22. Then next. So here I can change it. So which OS I'm going to install now? Windows 2022. In your case, if you have selected 22, here directly what it will appear? 22. Don't change it. Then this machine is getting created where? In the C drive. So if you have the space in C drive, you do it. But I have created 3 partitions, C, D, E. So I kept everything in D drive. And I'm given the space to the E drive to create a virtual machine. So I'm creating where? In E drive. So I'm browsing, click on browse. Then in my case, I'm going to the E drive. Now here, I'm having multiple batches. So for each batch, for my own understanding purpose and for your better understanding purpose, I'm creating one folder. If you don't create a folder also no problem, but if you create, it's better. So under the drive, I'm creating a folder. So this is which batch? 7 p.m. batch. Then click on OK. So in the E drive, one folder is created with what name? MCSE 7 p.m. batch. Then next. So default it is taking how much size? How much size it is taking? 60 GB. But I told you yesterday recommended size is 40 GB. So in your case, you give 40 to 50. So I'm having multiple batches and I'm having 250 GB hard disk. So it is not sufficient to give 50. So I'm giving the least value. Less than this.
Sir, I have question.
Hmm.
In my Mac, it's way too different from yours.
So you are doing practical now?
No, I'm not doing practical. I'm just checking out the
So
specification.
in your MacBook, the option for creating the virtual machine will be little bit different. It will have less number of steps. So
Yeah.
once you create a machine, after that, all the practicals will be exactly same. Okay. It is creating the machine on the VMware because maximum people follow what? VMware. So I'm also using VMware. In your case, you have to just read and create the virtual machine. After creating the virtual machine, installation steps will be same and all the practical steps will be every day same. I hope you understood.
Can you repeat again? I didn't get your point.
I said you are using the MacBook means you have to create a virtual machine using the Fusion. So for that, steps will be little bit different. Maximum people are using what? Windows. For Windows, VMware is compatible. So I'm doing through the VMware. So once the virtual machine is created, the installation and all the practical steps will be common, whether it is a MacBook or any other OS. Is it clear? Only here creation is different. So now I've given how much size? 35 GB. Then here, select here what? Which option? Store the virtual disk as a single file. Then next. So before
Sir,
you click on finish.
if we have the less space in our system, we can use the least number 35 GB size.
Minimum more than if you give less than that, it may have the problem in the coming days practicals.
Okay. sir.
Minimum
Sure.
35
Thank
to 40 GB should be there. Okay, so these are the steps. I hope everybody understood how to create. So just to, after installing the VMware, double click, first option typical, next. Here select the third option, next. Then select here Microsoft Windows, here version, then where you want to create. Then you give the size and select here virtual disk, next. Before clicking on finish, you have to give the ISO image path. So for that, you have to click on customize hardware. Then you have to go to the CD DVD. So under the CD DVD, can you find the option use ISO image? Yes. So click on customize hardware, go to the third option, new CD DVD. Then under the CD DVD, use the third option, use ISO image. Now click on browse. So where I kept my ISO image? In my D drive. In your case, you have to go to the downloads. Understood? Then select your 2022. So it will be not written 2000 like the simple name. I have changed it the name. I said I have just renamed it. Okay, it will be lengthy name like this. Then given the click on open, the path is given. Can you see the path now? Now click on close. Now click finish. Suppose by mistake you did not click on customize hardware. You have just click on finish. Then also no problem. So what you have to do before you proceed with the installation, you have the option here. Can you see the option? CD DVD. Click on the CD DVD option if you have forgotten to go to the customize path. Then under the CD DVD, select use ISO image, browse. Now where you have kept your OS, go there, select and say open. Then okay. So this is how you can create the virtual machine using the VMware. So did you understood everyone how to create a virtual machine? So till now we have done the installation. Whether we have done the installation? Tell me yes or no. We haven't done the installation. We have just created a machine, virtual machine. So on this now virtual machine is ready. On this we have to install what? 2022. So to begin with the installation, what you have to do? Power on. Are you following everyone? Did you understood everyone? So it is your third day only. The reply almost got less. I think you got a little bit late, joined to the session. I told you, you don't have to extract the ISO image, just download it. Don't compress or don't extract.
Sir,
Not
like
clear?
in my Mac, it's just showing the latest Windows system is 2009.
Mine will be there, never released. Whatever it might be, like I have selected 16, but later you can write it, nothing will happen. Still, if you do the practical simultaneously, it is your choice. I can't do anything. I repeat it, but you are doing your own things.
I'm just following you because my laptop is way too different from yours. That's why.
So I already informed you 2 times. It is different. Why? Because you are using the Mac. After the virtual machine is created, everything will be same. So you can't wait 5-10 minutes. You after the session over, you can't try. You will be confused.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So now we are proceeding with what? Installation. So till now what we have done is not the installation. We have made the machine ready, or we have created one virtual machine. So without doing this, you don't install the 2022. Okay. So now I'm showing you the how to do the installation. See, during the session, you don't put the questions in the WhatsApp. How can I see the chat box and WhatsApp? Two things I cannot. I'll be avoiding the mobile during the session. See, when you are doing the practical, when the session is not there, at your free time, if you're doing, you take a screenshot and send to me. But during the session, don't write anything into the WhatsApp. You write in the chat box during the session. Okay? If you have any questions, any query during the session, you write it in the chat box. I'll reply you. After the session, if you are getting any problem, then you can put a question or send to me on the WhatsApp. But you have to think also the timing. In the night to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, people send, I cannot reply. So please keep things in mind, these timings also. So now you can see here, our virtual machine is created. Now what we have to do? What we have to do? Power on. To begin what? Installation. Now I'm clicking on power on this virtual machine.
Teacher,
Yes.
sorry, can you just repeat this? Sorry for install for virtual machine because I'm stuck in specific disk capacity. I cannot continue. Until now, I asked you just to give me this the size and one choice, split or restore. Then I will continue with you.
So what you are asking, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear
Size,
it clearly.
maximum disk size. What?
You put it in the chat box. Which one? See, you have to give the size 35, 40 GB. You have to give the size 40 GB. See, once the virtual machine is created, what I can do, I cannot go back again. Now it's showing you blue screen. So when you are getting the blue screen, you have to press enter how many times? 2 times. Press enter 2 times. Then it will start loading the OS. Okay, you see the first installation. After the installation, you ask your questions. Now you can see here, if you do any installation, whether it is a client OS or server OS, first option will be what? Language. So you have to select what? Language. So which is your preferable language? You select it. So most of the people will use what? English. So click on, by default it is selected English. So click on next. Now what is the next option you got? Install. Then click on install now. Then here you have to be very careful. Most of the people are doing mistakes here because in Windows, we have this habit without reading. When the next option is highlighting, what we will do? We'll click on next without reading. So see here, if you go with the first option, 2022 standard edition, you read here. So here what it is saying, this option omit the graphical environment. So if you proceed with the first option, what happens? After the installation is finished, you will get the OS in which mode? Which mode? Text mode. You will get the OS in which mode? Text mode. You cannot use any mouse. Only black screen keyboard. So don't use the first option. You have to go to the second option. Here, second option, what it says, you read in the description. This option install what? Graphical environment. So you want to work in text mode or graphical. So you have to select which option. So here it is written, standard evolution desktop experience. And here you can see, if you forget, you read here. So which option you have to select? Second one. Is it clear? Yes, are you following everyone? Okay. So
Sir, what
then
is the difference between data center edition and standard edition?
is it your first class? Yesterday you were there?
No, sir.
So yesterday's recording you can see. Only difference is in the data center you can have create unlimited virtual machine.
Okay.
Whereas in the standard edition, 2 virtual machine. Apart from that, everything is same. This
Okay.
point we have discussed yesterday.
Okay, sir.
Then here you have to check the box. Which one? I accept the license agreement. Without that, you cannot proceed to next step. Then click on next. Now here also one more step you have to be careful. So some people are doing what? First option. First option is used for what? Upgrade. Upgrade when you will do, when your OS is installed. You are installing the OS or upgrading it?
Installing.
So you have to use which option?
Second.
Second option. So these two steps you have to be careful while doing the installation. One is graphical edition and second custom. And remaining things are easy for installation. I hope everybody is following and will not do the mistake there. So now what is the size I have given? 35 GB is available. Now click on next. Now my OS will get installed. So here it start with 1%, 0, 1 like this. It will complete when 100%. Once the 100% is completed, it will restart. After restarting, during this process, one user is created. So that user is called, which user will have the maximum privilege? Administrator. So administrator user account will be created. So it will restart. Then it will show you the option, assign the password to the administrator account. So whether we are creating the administrator account, no, it is created default by the OS. We have to just assign the password. So the administrator password for Windows, for extra security, they made it what? Minimum character, 7 character. Password, 7 character. And complexity is enabled. Complexity means minimum 7 character. You can give more than 7 also. But in that 7 character, the password must have what? 3 things. Alphabet, numerical number, and at least one special character. So the combination of number, alphabet, and special character should be there. Then only it will accept the password. Understood? So almost
Sorry, teacher.
20.
Sorry, but I couldn't be with you until this step. Sorry, when you finish this, I need from you to repeat it to me.
I am able to hear the other's voice clearly, but your voice is. Can you just repeat your question? Yes, can you repeat?
Sorry, maybe your voice, my voice is far, but I cannot continue with you. I'm stuck with one step. Once you finish, just please repeat the steps. Sorry for delay.
Okay. Okay, so once the installation is completed, I'll come back. You have the option of recording also, like our friend is suggesting to you. But anyhow, I'll just repeat once. Let the installation is completed first. That's why don't concentrate here and there. Just concentrate on the session and don't do the practicals and your personal things during the session. So how much it is over? 52%. So in my case, my hard disk is SSD. So it may take about 3-4 minutes more. So I'm just waiting to the machine to get installed this 100% and restart. So all of you please wait. For Linux, 12 GB is enough. Yes, 12 GB hard disk is specified. But for MCSE, you have to create one more machine after 2 days. Because you have to do the practical minimum 2 machines every day. If you have the space in C drive, you can give it. No problem. It is your choice. You can have minimum 2 also. So now it has been done. You see here. So if you keep D also is enough, except the C. If you want to make E, make it. Now see 100% it is done. Now what it will do now? It will restart. Now it is updating. That is finished. Now it will restart. You can click on the restart or it will take within 10 seconds, it will restart automatically. If you don't have the 10 second, you click on restart. We have to create another virtual machine. In second machine, we have to create the ADC. That require few days. You don't worry about it. I'll tell you step by step. Just if you have except the C drive, D drive is also there, no problem. You don't worry about the drives only. Now see here, automatically one user got created. What is that user? Administrator. So whether I created it? No, it's get created default. But we have to assign the password. So now here the problem will be some people will say, sir, I have given some password. I've forgotten. Some people will accept, but some people will say, if they forget also, I given the same password, it is not working. It is impossible. If you have given the same password, it will definitely log in. When you are in your case, if you have forgotten only, it will not log in. So that's why you have to remember that which password you can remember easily, that only you give. Don't give any complicated password. If you forget the password, you can reset it, but for that very lengthy process is there. You should have the bootable pen drive, go to the safe mode, and from there you have to do many steps. So instead of that, you better can create one new virtual machine. It will take less time. So to avoid the confusion, you use simple password. So the simplest possible password you can think is your name @123, because I hope you will not forget your names. Okay, so whatever your name is there, you just write it. Then @ or underscore 123. Like here, for me, the simple password is this. So I'm giving what? This password I can see here. If you want to see, you just click here. Now you have to compare the same thing. So I compared the same thing. So my administrator account is got. Now assign the password. So with this, the OS got installed. Which OS we have installed? 2022. So now how to log in? What it is saying here? Press Alt Control Delete. So if you press Alt Control Delete, it will go to our physical machine will get shut down. It will go to that option. So what you have to do, you are working on virtual machine. So to login purpose, you have to press Alt Control Insert key. Don't click on Alt Control Delete. Otherwise, this will get closed and your physical machine will get closed. So what you have to press? For login purpose, Alt Control Insert, not delete. What you have to press? Alt Control Insert. And those people who are purchased the latest laptop, particularly HP, on that HP machine now they are not giving the insert key. You will check on the keyboard, it is not there. So what you have to do in that case? Here, can you see one arrow mark, down arrow mark? Everybody can use this option also on the VMware. Down arrow is there. So if you click on this also, you can log in. So if you can't remember Alt Control Insert key, you can simply press here. Can you see on the option down arrow key? So once you click here, you can log in. Otherwise, you have to press Alt Control Insert key, not Alt Control Delete. Is it clear? Then what is the password I have given? I'm assigning. See here. Now can I log in? Yes. So this is how you can install the 2022. Now suppose your work is completed. How do you power off this machine? Can you see here the cross mark? Can you see here the cross mark? You click on the cross mark, then power off. Every day, once your work is completed, you have to click on the cross mark, power off, then close this. Then now you are in a physical machine. You know how to close that physical machine. Yes. So I hope you understood how to create a virtual machine. So those who did not understood, see here, one time I'm showing you, you will have the recording, but you just told me to show once more. Double click on your VMware after installing. Then click on create a new virtual machine. Go with the typical option. Next, then select here third option. I will install the operating system later. Then next. Then here select Windows 10 will be there. You click on that, drag down and select the highest available option. Then next. Here you have to change the name. If you're in your case it is 22 is available, you write, no need to write. Then where it is creating, so where you want to create, it is your choice. You go there, you can go there and create it. Then you can give some name. Then here the size 40 to 50 GB you give. Then select here this. Then after that click on next. Now before finish, go to the customize hardware. Then you have to give the option, click on CD DVD, use ISO image, browse where you have kept your ISO image in downloads. You go there and do. I copied it here. So I select it and say open, then close. Then if you finish, your virtual machine will be created. So I hope you understood now. Is it clear? I don't remember the name of the person who asked me this to show once more. She is not replying or replied, I don't remember. But
Sabri with you. Yeah, I tried to catch you.
okay, fine. So this is how you have to create a virtual machine and install. Installation I already shown you. Is it clear to everyone? The installation? Is it the installation is clear? Yes, all of you. Okay, fine. So after 2 days, we have to do one more time this installation. Yes, you have to select first. If you don't select a single file also, no problem, but better you select a single file. Okay. So the way you are replying, I'm feeling that most of the people are doing practical. It is your choice, do it. Okay. So now, our next topic today. So now our next topic is so like in every session, I'm giving them the break of 5 minutes. So is it okay to have a 5 minutes break? Do you like to have the break 5 minutes? Okay. Yes, while doing the installation, split option is there. You use the first option, store in single file. I think Lavanya, you were asking that question. And I already replied to you. Yes. Use the first option. If you use the second option also, not a problem. But use first option. Is it clear? Okay, so you exact want 8 after 1 hour. So sometimes some topic will be going on. So here and there is slightly, because why I'm giving here means you can be better concentrate. Okay, so shall we have a break of 5 minutes? Okay, so I'm keeping my mic in mute position. So after 5 minutes, we can continue. Yes, somebody just now pinged to me on my WhatsApp. Mohan. See, I have not created the WhatsApp group. I think they have shared it on the chat box. The link, you can join. Mohan, are you there in the session?
Yes, sir.
I have not created it. Somebody else has created. So you can see in the chat box, they have given the link. You can join it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So let me continue now. So so now we'll go to the second topic. That is, now yesterday we discussed that to design any network, we need 5 things. What are those 5 things? Systems, you know, yes. Then network connecting device, switch and router, you know that. Then physical connectivity, you know. Operating system, we have discussed. What is left out? One more thing, logical connectivity, that is IP. So we'll discuss now IP addressing. After that, we'll stop the session. Tomorrow, we'll see designing of the network. So IP is a little bit lengthy topic. Okay, so we'll start with IP addressing. So to assign the IP address, there are 2 options, static and dynamic. To assign the static IP means manually. To assign dynamic IP means through DHCP server. So we'll see that how to assign static and dynamic IP. But to assign static and dynamic, how many versions of IP addressing is available? How many versions of IP available? 2 versions. What are they? When we are assigning static or dynamic, how many versions are available? 2. What are they? IP version 4 and IP version 6. So the difference between these IP version 4 and 6 is in the address bit. IP version 4 is designed using how many bit? 32 bits. Whereas the IP version 6 is designed using how many bit? 128 bit. This is the difference. So now our MCSE course is based on single network or multiple network. Our course MCSE is designed on which network? LAN. In the LAN you will have what? Single network. All the devices will be in same network. So for us, IP version 4 is enough. So you'll be discussing IP version 6 in CCNA course. So now we will focus on which version? IP version 4, which consists of 32 bits. So we are going to focus on IP version 4. So how many valid IP you can assign in IP version 4? So for that, the formula is 2 to the power of bits. How many bits are there? 32 minus 2. So you cannot use 2 IPs. Why? The first IP and last IP, because first IP is for network ID and last IP is for broadcast. So you cannot use 2 IPs. That's why minus 2. Network IP and broadcast IP. So it will roughly come to 4.3 billion IPs. So this many IPs you can assign using the IP version 4. So how many IPs you can assign using the IP version 6? 2 to the power of 128 minus 2. Here also same. So it will be quite a huge number. We need to calculate it. For that, calculator is required. So I'm simply writing the huge number. So you have to write 2 into 2 into 2. How many times? 128. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, like this. You have to count. Or if you have the scientific calculator, you can put it 2 to the power of 128. You'll get the answer. It's a huge number. So our focus will be on IP version 4. So IP version 4 consists of 32 bits. So to make it simple, they divided into octet. So it is divided into octet. So octet means in the name itself, it is there, octet, 8 bits. So how many octets will be there? If you divide 32 bits by 4, so how many octet? 4 octet. So these 32 bits are being made into 4 octet. So where each octet contain how many bits?
4 bits.
Each octet contain 8 bits. 8 bits. So here bits means what? Bits means what? Bit means either 0 or 1 is called bit. So if your octet contain if your octet contain all zeros, if your octet contain all zero, what will be the answer? 0 into anything, 0. If your octet contain all ones, what will be the answer? Yes, if your octet contain all ones, what will be the answer? 256 is not correct. Yes, it is 255. So I hope you might have learned in your school days. These are called binary numbers. So this binary number you need to convert into decimal number. So how to convert this binary number into decimal number? So you can do like this. You have to go to like this. So it is start from right to left, not left to right. So it will be something like this. 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 5, 2 to the power of 6, 2 to the power of 7. So it will be like this. I hope you are able to recollect. Yes? Yes, are you following what I'm doing? You are able to remember? You might have done this, yes? Okay, fine. So here, 2 to the power of 0, how much? See, if you are confused, what I can say, this you are not done. You are writing. Not done means now who can teach you? This will be there in basics mathematics. So you just concentrate here, at least this. 2 to the power of 0 means 1. 2 to the power of 1 means 2 into how many times? 1 time. So how much? 2 into 1? 2. 2 to the power of 2 means 2 into 2, 2 times. So how much it is? 4. 2 to the power of 3 means 2 into 2, how many times? 3 times. Sorry. So it will be how much? 8. Now this will be how much? 2 into 2, how many times? 4 times. What will be the answer? 16. You are able to understand? Now this will be 64. This will be. So now here it is just a simple logic. I don't know why you are getting confused. See here I've written. It is start with 0, 2 to the power of 0, and from right to left. Now 1 into 2, 128. 2 to the power of 7 is what? 128. So 128 into 1, 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. So you take a mobile and add it and tell me what is the answer. Now you got it? Okay. So this is for one octet. But how many octet will be there? 4. So what will be the range now? So the IP version 4 range will be 0.0.0 because the bit can be either 0 or 1. So 0 means all 0 means 0 to maximum what? So this is the range. So your first number is your network ID. This is your broadcast ID. So this you cannot use. So what will be the valid IP? What is the valid IP? 0.0.1, then 0.0.2. Like this, we can continue up to maximum 0.0.255. You cannot use 260. Last number is 255. Next, 0.0.1.0. 1.0 is a IP. 0.0.1.1. Like this, you can continue up to 0.0.1.255. So like this, how many valid IP? 4.3 billion IPs. Is it clear? So first they divided this IP into octet. Octet means 8 bits. To make it further simple, they divided this octet into 4 octet into what? Classes. So IP version consists of how many classes? 5 classes. So IP version 4 consists of 5 classes. What are they? Class A, Class B, Class D, and Class E. So where Class A, Class B, and Class C is used for LAN and WAN. D is used for multicasting, and E is used for research and development. So we have to remember only how many classes? 3 classes. Class A, Class B, and Class C. Now, these classes will have the range. So I'll tell you one simple logic. If you remember that logic, you don't have to bug up the values. Class A range is what, Class B range is what, Class C. Okay. So for that logic, you have to just tell me if anybody asks you like this, and I have written some number 0, 1, 2, then 0. If they ask how many numbers are there, means what you will tell. I've written 0, 1, 2, 0, something like this. How many numbers are there here? 4, because 0 is also number. So if you understand this, you can understand. Now, if the number is like this, now how many numbers these are? How many numbers these are? 3 numbers? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 numbers. So same way, if I written like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 255, how many numbers? How many numbers? 256. If you understand this, over. See here, 0 is also a number. That's what I'm telling you. So 0 to 255 makes how many numbers? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 is also a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to this. So total how many numbers? Understood? It is 256, not 255. So if you remember this, you can easily remember the range. Now I'm showing you the simple logic. This is the range. So which is given by the ISP. This is a standard fixed. So how to remember this? I'm showing you. So total numbers is what in IP version 4? 0 to total number is what? 0 to 255. So this makes how many number? 256. So here it contained what? Zeros and ones. So 0 and 1 means 2 numbers. So 256 by 2. What is the answer? 128. So the class A range is 128. So the number starts here from which number? 0. So 128 means the number should be from where to where? 0 to 127. So here you have to see only the first octet. So when the first octet is between 0 to 127, it means that IP belong to which class? Class A. Don't see the second, third, or fourth octet. You have to see only first octet. Example, if the IP is this, Now tell me, this IP belong to which class? Class A. You have to see only first number. Don't see the second, third, or fourth number. So whenever your first octet IP is less than 128, so first octet IP is between 0 to 127. So it means that IP belong to which class? Class A. Understood? Now you divide 122 by 2. What will be the answer? 64. So the length of the class B will be the length of the class B is 64. So class A is ending where? So class B will start from where? So 128 to 191. It will become how many numbers? You have to add like this: 128, 129, 130. So up to 64 number means where it will end. Don't minus it. 128 is starting number till 191. So how many numbers it will be? From here to here, how many number? 64. Like here, from here to here, how many number? Are you following the logic? So whenever you see the first octet between the 128 to 191, then that IP belong to which class? Now example. Now you tell me this IP belong to which class? So you have to see only first number. So when the first number is between 128 to 191, it means that IP belong to class B. Are you following? Now you divide 64 by 2, 32. So now class C length will be what? 32. So where the class B is ending? 191. So class C will start from 192 to 223. So here also the gap from here to here is what? How much? 32. So here also you have to see only which number? First number. Now my IP is suppose 220, 240, now 172, now 1. So this IP belong to which class? Which octet you have to see for IP identification? Only first octet. So this IP belong to which class? Class C, because the number is between 128 to 223. First octet only you have to see, remember. Now you divide 32 by 2. How much? Now the length of the class D will be 16. So now it will start from where? It will start from where? 224 to 239. So the length will be how much here? 16. So now for this, the example is if the IP is 230, 10, then 20, then 3. Now this IP belong to which class? Exam. Class D. Only first number you see. Understood? Now the last number will be how much? It will be again 16, not 8. Because if you take the 8, where it will finish? 247. But starting number is 0. End number is. So it should end. Should start from 0. Where it should end? So if you take 8, where it will end? It will start from 240. So it will end where? 247. But it should end where? So here it will be. So D and E consist of how much length? 16. Please remember this, not divide the 8. I hope you are following, yes? So now it will start from 240 to 255. How many numbers this is? 16. So now when the IP is this, now this IP belong to which class? Class E. So we don't have to remember D and E. For your knowledge purpose, I just shown you. So for working purpose, you have to remember how many classes? Only 3 classes. What are they? Class A, Class B, and Class C. So this 3 is enough. This 3 is enough. Okay. So this has been again given in the Class A, Class B, and Class C is given in the form of network and host portion. This is given in the form of what? Network and host portion. So now here, Class A. So A means what you have to remember? So these classes are given in the form of network and host portion. So here A means 1. So 1 means 1 network. So A means 1. 1 means 1 network. Remaining 3 will be host. Remaining 3 out of 4. Octet 4. So A means 1. 1 network means if network is 1, host will be, how many hosts will be there out of 4? 3. So this is what you have to remember. So class A contain 1 network. Identification should be done what? If the IP is less than 128. When the IP is between 0 to 127, class A contain what? 1 network, 3 hosts. B means what? 2. Here 2 networks, 2 network, 2 hosts. Here 1 network, 3 hosts. Here 2 network, 2 hosts. Class C means what? C means what? 3. C means 3. 3 means here network should be 3. 1 should be host. So 3 networks here. One host. Are you following? How to remember? First you have to identify the class. So once you identify the class, you should know class A contain how many networks? 1 network. Class B, 2 network. Class C, 3 network. A means 1 network, so remaining will be host. B means 2 network, 2 hosts. C means 3 network, 1 host. So we can identify the class by seeing the first octet. So once you identify, yes, 127 is reserved for loopback. That is for checking the LAN card. Yes, it comes under class A. So now we can understand them by first you have to identify that IP. Once the IP is given, you have to see only which octet, first octet. So once you know the first octet, it comes to under which class, then you should know the class A contain 1 network, 3 hosts. Class B, 2 network, 2 hosts. Class C. So now here we understand like this. Machine understand with the subnet mask. So for subnet mask, the rule is all network portion will be 1 and all host portion will be 0. So subnet mask for class A will be 255.0.0.0. Host all 0 means 0 into anything 0. Just now we have discussed all these are octet. So all 8 ones means 255. So 255 one time means class A. 255 two times means class B. The machine understand like this. 255 3 times. So that is class. So how you should work on the IP address? You have to see the first octet, first the IP, first octet IP. If it is less than 128, class A. Immediately you have to identify that class A contain 1 network, 3 hosts. If the IP is between 128 to 191, then class B. B means 2 network, 2 hosts. If the IP is between 192 to 223, only 3 you have to remember. 3 network, 1 host. Understood? So first remember how to identify the IP belong to which class by seeing the first octet. So once you know that it belong to which class, you should remember that class A, class B, class C contain how many network and host portion. Is it clear? Yes, are you following everyone, online students? Okay, fine. Now, this again divided into two types, private and public. Private IP and public IP. So here you simply remember private IP means which are free. Free IPs this is. And this is generally used in LAN, or you can say in private network. Public IP means which are not free, which we have to purchase. This we have to purchase. So generally it is used in public network. So the public network example is your internet. Internet works on public IP. So what is the class A range? What is the class A range? 0 to class A range is 0 to 127. In these, all the IPs are public except in class A, 10 dot is a private IP. Except 10 dot, all the IPs are public. Here it is written, apart from the above IP, all other IPs are public. So which IPs are more public or private? Public IPs are all just in class A. Class A range is what? 0 to 127. In this, all the IPs are public except 10 dot. So 10 dot is a private IP in class A. Class B range is what? 128 to 191. So in these, all IPs are public except 172. So 172 is used like a in class B. 172 number comes in where? Class B. So 10 dot is class A, private IP. 172 is a private IP. Then class C starts from 192 to 223. So here, except 192, all IPs are public. Understood? So public IPs are not free, we have to purchase. So public IPs are used in internet. Private IPs are used in private network, that is LAN. So 0 to 127 are public IP, except 10 dot. 10 dot is a private IP. Class B from 128 to 191, all are public except 172. Then 192 to 23 are all public except 190. This you have to remember. So the main thing you have to remember is first you have to see the first octet. So if first octet is less than 128, that IP belong to which class? Which class? Then once you know the class, you should know how many network and host portion. After that, private and public IP. Just simple, all IPs are public. In class A, range is 0 to 127. Only 10 dot is a private. Class B, 128 to 119. In that, 172 is private. Rest of them public. Class C, 192 to 223. All are public except 190. Is it clear? So with this, we have done with the IP addressing. So we'll stop the session here. Tomorrow we'll proceed with what? Designing of the network. That is called topology. Okay. So before what I should tell, please tell me. See, I said, what is the class A range? Here we are seeing no. So here, all the IPs are public in this except 10 dot. So public IPs are what? So class A IP range is 0 to 127. In that, all IPs are public except 10 dot. 10 dot is a private IP in class A. 172 is a private IP in class B. 192 is a private IP in class C. Rest of the IPs are public. Is it clear? You have to remember the range. 0 to 127 are all class A. Class B range is 128 too. So only one IP they have kept for private in each class. Class B range is 128 to 191. And class C 192 to 223. So in this, only 10 dot is a private. Here 172 is a private. And here 192 is a private. Rest of them are public. Is it clear? Hmm. 64 means it will be a private. You see the first IP. Okay. Okay. So with this, we have done with today's session. So that's it for today. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Good night. I'm closing the session.